Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. It's our last Friday in the month of August. So I don't know how many of you are going to the football game tomorrow, the U of I, but I'll definitely be there. Cannot wait for it. It's been way too long, so I cannot be wait to get back into kind of a more normality and having football in our lives again. It's a wonderful thing. Um, for today, I'm kind of continuing on what we just kind of talked about the last couple of weeks about about Coupa HR's overall program that they put on about the 21-day Coupa HR Racial Equity Challenge about women and LGBTQ. If you remember the last 2 weeks, we've kind of talked about, empowering women and how we can support women in the workplace and different things that we can do as an organization to hopefully try to break the glass ceiling and look at different ways that we can promote the interests and the well-being of women in our workplace. And so for this week and next week, we're doing, again, in association with Coupa's challenge, wanted to share with you today, and it will be in the email that you see whenever I send it. But we're talking about, and if you remember a couple months ago, we had Pride Month, LGBTQ month, and we talked about a lot of different things in that month. I was going back earlier today, and I was kind of reviewing everything that we looked at, that we talked about, the videos that we recorded, like the games that we played to learn more about it. Some of you remember some of the stuff that we did. But I was thinking, and I was looking at the materials from Coupa, and I was thinking there was one thing that we didn't do that I thought would be a good for this week. And that, we talked a lot about, if you remember, about different terminology. What are good terms to use? What do different terms mean? How are they related? How are they different? We spent a lot of time looking at that. One thing that we didn't do was we didn't really look at terms to avoid, or terms that that the LGBTQ community would prefer that we don't use for various reasons. And so Coupa provided kind of a good resource for this. But I found a website, it's GLAAD's website, one of the most well-known and resource-rich websites for the LGBTQ community, and I found a list of about 4, 5, 6 terms that are considered offensive by the LGBT community. And what I've done is I've also attached to this email, in addition to this video, I've attached those things as a list. The offensive term and then the preferred term, and and I give you a brief description about why it is considered offensive. So, and some of these obviously will be of no surprise to you at all, but a couple may surprise you. Like for example, most in the LGBT community don't prefer that we use the term homosexual, for example. There's preferred is saying gay or gay man or lesbian, gay person, gay people. So the term homosexual is actually kind of, is becoming more of a non-used word as much anymore. And again, that's something that would really surprise me. So I wanted to make sure that I learned more about this, and I found a list of additional terms that are kind of not as preferred to be used anymore, and the terms that we should be using instead. So again, in the attachment I've kind of given you a list of terms that will kind of help you to understand this. And again, as we said all throughout, June when we were talking about this, it's very important that we, try to use terms that can demonstrate commitment to being inclusive, and that we're not afraid to, sometimes people were afraid to get the wrong language or say the wrong thing. But little things like this can just help us learn. Again, the goal is not to tell you how you should speak or what you should and shouldn't say. It's a resource. It's a guide. It's to help you learn. I would never tell anybody you should or you shouldn't do this. But what I hope to do is share with you some preferences and some ideas that you can think about yourself and determine how best to move forward. So, and again, this is going to help us learn more about the LGBT community and how can we put ourselves in a better situation to work with individuals and make this a more inclusive place for all of us. So again, I hope you'll take it. It shouldn't take you more than about 5 minutes to read the article that I attached, but I think you'll get a lot of good out of just reading it, just to educate yourself and make yourself more aware of some terms that may be confusing at times. So that's really what I wanted to share today. Again, next week will be kind of the last week of this discussion, and then when we come back after Labor Day, we're going to start a whole new discussion on a different topic as well. So, but again, I thought this would be kind of a good session to kind of include with our women and LGBTQ discussion we've been doing over the couple weeks in association with Coupa HR's 21-day Racial Equity Challenge. So, if you have any questions about anything on this terminology, let me know. I'd be happy to discuss. But if you have any thoughts, questions, ideas, please don't hesitate to reach out. Well, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy the first Illini game, and we will talk again next week. Thanks, everyone.